So she's a 34-year-old endurance athlete. She's highly data literate, longevity medicine focused. She feeds her training data, her cycle tracking, and goals into an AI tool and asks, how do I optimize for hormones and metabolic flexibility? So the AI gives her a clean, logical plan. But during her luteal phase, when insulin resistance rises, it recommends reducing carbohydrates. And it suggested berberine to improve her insulin sensitivity. It encourages fasted, low-intensity cardio workouts, and her training volume is meant to stay the same. Individually, none of this is crazy. Together, though, it's a perfect storm. What the AI doesn't understand is what's called female energy availability. And within weeks, her CGM shows recurrent nocturnal low glucose episodes, high 50s, low 60s, especially in the luteal phase. And her wearables show that her resting heart rate was rising beyond her usual luteal pattern. And her HRV was suppressed deeper than her historical baseline. Her ferritin was falling from 42 to 18. And her luteal estradiol and progesterone was flattening. Her thyroid levels, including the free T3, was drifting to a low normal state, but not specifically thyroid disease, but at least metabolic adaptation. So she texted her doctor that her periods were lighter, training felt more challenging, and recovery just feels off. So in traditional medicine, everything says mostly fine, labs are normal, and in functional medicine, we might even call it a stress response. But the platform sees differently. It sees the energy gap. It sees that there's an insulin sensitizer layered onto carbohydrate restriction, layered onto fasted training, layered onto the highest metabolic phase of the female cycle. She wasn't optimizing, she was actually chemically simulating starvation in her body. And here's the point. The platform didn't recommend hormones, it didn't stop her from running, and it didn't fight the AI, rather it corrected it. And the recommendations were that restoring the luteal fueling, removing inappropriate insulin sensitizers, and adjusting training timing, not volume, was the way to approach this. And within weeks, physiology normalizes, right? So sure, AI tools can generate plans, but without gender-specific longitudinal clinical intelligence and a physician in the loop, it will confidently push high-performing patients towards harm in a persuasion bias scenario, in an overreach scenario. And that's where guardrails that are built into the safety architecture of the Longevitix platforms come into play, because it's based on rule-based logic. And it tests for all of this and has insight before damage can ever be done.